Good morning, welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Saturday, December 18th, 2025. Please do subscribe, follow, and like this video. This is a reading for the sign of Leo. Please take what fits you and leave the rest. Spirits, please help with this message today. So the first card that I have in the reading today is the Parents card, and this came from the Mystical Dream deck. Parents symbolize the foundation and support in our lives. Dreaming of parents reflects your deep connection to family, nurturing care and growth. It reminds you that family influences your life, whether through support or unresolved emotional bonds. The dream may call you to reflect on your relationship with family and how it shapes your current path. And then I went ahead and pulled two cards from the Love Oracle deck, and we have the Intimacy card in reverse and the Finality card in reverse. So these two cards, we'll start with the Intimacy card. When in an upright, speaks of a strong bond and an energy of feeling like you can confide in this connection or relationship. If it was a love relationship, there would be a strong sensual intimacy there too as well. But this is in a reverse. So, and to get a really accurate, clear answer as far as what these words in reverse, I went ahead and did some Google searches just to get clarity for this reading. And so for intimacy in reverse, this would refer to there being an energy of clashing and fighting within a relationship, potentially with your parents. And this could be both parents, this could be potentially one parent. I feel like this is going to be different for each person, but definitely there's been some tension here, a lack of passion you may have felt towards it due to that, and you may have chose to seclude yourself or your feelings, no longer really confiding, holding those things back as you maybe potentially had in the past in your relationship with your parents or one of your parents. So it does seem like there has definitely been some unresolved emotional bonds here. And to clarify the Finality card, and we'll look at this in upright, which would be a farewell, leaving behind, or closure. This came out in reverse, which would speak of, rather than it being a farewell or having closure, it could be the beginning. Maybe welcoming a new energy into this connection. This could also refer to just a new action or a new potential way of thinking, because this is asking you to reflect on what has happened in this connection and how this influences potentially your relationship. If you have kids, how that trickles down, basically, because what you experience yourself is what you're carrying with you. That's your toolbox, basically. And if it's something that wasn't good or something that wasn't healthy, you have to start working on those things that you need to change what's occurring in your relationships. And I did go ahead and next clarify with some tarot. So we have, to clarify the Parents card, we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, and I'm going to go ahead and put down the cards for clarifying all of these. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and then we have the King of Wands. And for the overall energy, that's I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I'm gonna have to rearrange it. I always have this crystal rock on my readings. This was given to me after my father's death, and I have no idea what he did with it, but it's very special to me, so it's in every reading. Okay. So for the King of Wands, Knight of Wands, I'm sorry. Knight of Wands is rushing very quickly, very passionate and inspired. Energetically. Towards this, you're really reflecting on this connection to your family. I feel like nurturing, caring, and seeing growth in your connections at this time, especially with those close to you, like your family, is something that you're putting a lot of energy into. And then next we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups, when in reverse, speaks of illusions. So some of this clashing and this fighting and isolating could have been built off a lot of illusions, confusion. There may have been things that happened that maybe people didn't really understand. You may have completely delusioned yourself too as well, because this can speak of self-delusion as well. This is cups, so this is emotions. This can speak of putting your all into something that results in having very strong, extreme emotions about that situation and what transpired, and that may have caused the fighting. So there could have been something that really caused a lot of freaking emotions, a situation potentially. This can speak of deception in a love relationship. And then over here we have the King of Wands. So this is speaking the finality card of a beginning, introducing something new. So you're taking leadership in your own life and your own actions with a vision for the future. Inspired. And you can see you're very inspired here. And then we have, to further clarify, we have the High Priestess up here. which is Pisces energy. This can also be Cancer. So you may have Cancer or Pisces in your chart. So this is having a very, very close connection to spirit. That you're really working with spirit to nurture, care, and grow your relationships that are important to you. You're seeing behind the veil some here. You're very, very connected. And following your intuition. And then to further clarify, we get the Ace of Swords, and this came out in an upright, which speaks of a breakthrough, a new idea, success, mental clarity, justice, or fairness. So you're moving forward very inspired towards this new idea, this new way of looking at this as you're connecting more and more spiritually. It's opening up your eyes and your connection. It's also opening your eyes to the unresolved emotional bonds that you're dealing with that are impacting why you've had some clashing and fighting and emotions that are out of control. This is just really making you reflect on your relationships with family and how it's shaping your current path. And then to clarify the Seven of Cups in reverse, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Cups, when in reverse, so in an upright, this speaks of rest or recovery. So this refers to being exhausted. So you were previously exhausted in the situation, completely restless, feeling stuck in whatever chaos and illusions that happened in the past that caused all this discord in your family connections, whatever this was. And that's going to be different for everybody too as well. But this is showing that you need self-care and that you may be emerging from a period of solitude too. So you may have just really isolated yourself in the situation because of all the fighting and clashing. And then we see here moving into a period of wanting to turn that around. Having an inspired energy about you and a vision for the future here. And then we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups speaks of a new emotional beginning at this time. Compassion, healing. And then I clarified the High Priestess here with the Death card, and the Death card is Scorpio energy, and that refers to an ending, a change. So there may have been loss in this, there may have been loss in your life when it comes to your parents, whether it was one parent or both parents, or you've lost both of them potentially. But this event, or it could be transformation. So this could be just a complete change too as well, and there may have been loss for a long period of time. So we have the Death card there. So this is going to be a complete transformation. moving forward. And then out of my love message cards, I got healing past hurts together. And even if your parents have passed on and there was any negativity at this time, this card is telling me that, first of all, you have a very strong connection and they're still around you, and you can still heal after their passing. It's not something that because they've passed and if there were still any hard feelings, or if that situation was painful and there was any hurt still there at that time, just know they're still around you. This is something I've learned recently. And then for advice cards, we have gentle release, heart's desire, and open to receive. Okay. And so with the gentle release card, it says, let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. So this new inspired way of thinking and what you're feeling inspired to really nurture, care, and grow your close relationships. And if you've recently lost a parent or parents, that loss can be really hard. This card's just encouraging you to gently release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Follow your heart's desire, sing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want. And what you experienced here in the past that exhausted you, and these illusions and fighting, clashing, all of this is not what you want. It's definitely time to heal past hurts. And you can do that together with those around you, those who have passed on, because they're still around too. And then we have open to receive. Invite abundance with open arms. Embrace the blessing waiting to flow into your life. So be open to receive the vision and the wisdom that you are getting from Spirit and from the foundations that your parents help instill in you. Continue to nurture, care, and grow these relationships, healing past hurts together. Thank you, Leo, for watching this reading today. Please do subscribe, follow, and like this video. Till next time.